What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. We are on the Molten Citadel Hard Elemental Rumble for this Storm Week, and I gotta say, this map is gonna just have a ton of build diversity. There's gonna be so many different builds you can use. There's one real downside of the map, and that is it is super slow running. Now, this one is going to be a very safe grinder. I went on and started this run here on wave 4 just to keep the video from being 17 days long. And this is what I did. So basically, we got 2 snakes and a flat cannon on each lane. 2 snakes and a flat cannon, 2 snakes and a flat cannon. I've got 1 boost star in, or pardon me, 2 boost stars in. You can actually pump up the range and get away with only using 1. Then on a buff beam. Now, for this week, we got no storm lanes on Storm Week, so we went with Electrocute. So Electrocute is our CC. We're going with a Water Aura with anti-heal and a Storm Damage Proton Beam. Now, taking a look at the snakes that I used, this week is Unflavored Week. I'm using a regular old anti-melee controller defense rate relic with ramping beam, power transfer, and mass destruction. I got a little mixed emotions on using power transfer here. In fact, let's try a wave with destruction and see if that makes it run a little bit quicker. The trouble you got here, and if you decide to mix up the elements to counter the elements in the lane, if you're using snakes, you can't control which enemy is getting hit by what. And of course, only one enemy can be hit by a beam at a time. So with that in mind, if you've got, say, this lane wants water damage and storm damage, if you had a water snake and a storm snake here, and then the storm snake was hitting the fire enemy, then you're going to kind of lose out there, because the other, the water snake is not going to be able to hit that enemy if the storm one is hitting it first. So in my opinion, this is Unflavored Week for this particular map. No elements anywhere except for the Electrocute combo. And that is about it. With that in mind, I did pull fire off of my flat cannon. We're just going mass destruction, and deadly strike. So no element on the flat cannon. So normally we would be powder shot shard, not using it at all. Now, I did have 40 DU left over after setting everything up. So I was unsure what I wanted to do. I just ended up throwing an obelisk here. It gives me a hero boost and a little bit of crowd control and map-wide damage. So that helps out just a touch. The main challenge on the map so far has definitely been flyers. That Skyguard took care of that. One build that I am super excited to do on this particular map, because it just screams for it, and that is traps. This is a trapper map. There's just no doubt about it. I should have went traps first, but instead going with the snake route. So let's go ahead and let it fly here and see what we can do. What are we going to have? Do we have a captain anywhere? It looks like we don't have a captain that I'm seeing, so shouldn't be too terrible. Now, like I said, the downside about this particular map and this particular style of build is it is just slow running. There's no doubt about it. It is very slow running. Additionally, you have to spread your defenses out so much with the core that you can't really boost all 3 stacks at the exact same time. So you kind of have to pick or choose. What I've been doing is dropping my pet on a lane and then boosting the other 2 lanes. So that, allows you to get through the pack. Now, once you get through that initial Zerg at the start of the wave, then the enemies are going to be very set. They're going to be coming out in groups in one specific lane or another, and then that, of course, makes it very easy to decide what you're going to boost. So this is what I've been doing for this one. Like I said, it is slow running, but it is super safe. So if you don't care about the runtime and you're just looking for a safe build that you can grind out and, you know, be moderately AFK, not having to really sweat paying super close attention to everything, then this build definitely works out really, really well. So now we see this lane is thinning out, and they're coming up from the bottom over there. So we're going to want to switch sides here in a moment, but we're not quite there yet. Just going to sit here and keep boosting it out. The obelisk does add a nice little bit. If you went with, you could go with like a tree back here and still have 20 more DU. Like I said, this map I think might have more build diversity than any Elemental Rumble map I've seen so far. There's just a lot of different things you can do. I'm going to put out several videos on this one over the course of the week. Like I said, it's not the fastest one, but I enjoy playing with different toys and not using the same thing all the time. So for me, this is kind of an ideal map to be my grind map for the week, as it's just enjoyable to be able to mix it up. So I definitely like that. Looking forward to doing a trap build. I mean, a very, very typical onslaught push build for super high onslaught, or a modification of, because you'd want to go with the electrocute combo, will just crush this map. There's no doubt at all. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing a trap run. That one probably will be coming up next. But yeah, this is it. Like I said, it's slow running. Here we are, what, 6 minutes into the video now. Almost 7. And, you know, we still got damn near 200 mobs left. So there's nothing quick about running this one, but this is definitely a safe grind spot to just chillax it out and grind out your armor sets. Now, this is that hybrid week. I know a lot of people will probably skip this week, as it's just not, you know, it's not going to be the go-to set for any hero damage build. Next week, we're going to get a set I'm going to want to grind out for my booster. So I will probably definitely grind the full set out next week. I've yet to get a set, though. With the recent changes to the drop rate, it should be much, much more obtainable now without spending your entire life grinding away. Looks like I got my, or we're losing some charges on those, but I think it'll still be more than enough to get through the map here. Just plugging away, 70 mobs left. Like I said, it's a grinder. It is a grinder. The obelisk really helps out with the flyers as well. Now, like in this situation, there's a lot of targets going, but the Sky Guard doesn't have to do everything. It's getting a little bit of an assist here, which is quite nice, that is for sure. But yeah, it's definitely all about the flyers. There's just no doubt there. Oh wow, we are completely red now. Gonna have to get some upgrades in for repairs over there on that lane. And just about there. I feel like the flat cannon doesn't really get a great opportunity here. I should be using the additional knockback on it, which I decided against. I think nether archers might, like I said, there's just build diversity like crazy on this map. It's so weird that these went low, but nothing else did. Must have a lot of enemies just parking there on that one. And hit them all. With the knockback, you do get the added, I don't know if you want to call it a benefit, but the added benefit of being able to buy a little time here, because you're going to knock enemies over various ledges, and then they're going to get stuck. So you got plenty of time. If you don't mind the slow running, just super, super safe. Any enemy you knock over the ledge here is going to get stuck, and they're not going to be able to, they're going to attempt to climb up that ledge here. And of course, you know, without any thumbs, the Draken is having a kind of a rough time getting his pull-ups in. Then we got water on this one, so it's healing. There we go. It finally timed out. But yeah, pretty smooth sailing, but slow. You know, that's definitely the downside. What do we want to hit? We got both of those full upped. Definitely prioritize and upgrading the snakes over anything else. I think we can just let it fly here for the final wave and be good to go. Pretty safe and smooth transition. Like I said, this week it's tough to put. You know, it's not a terrible set, and it's better than no set at all. But the Storm set is not going to be the top pick for anyone, I don't think. Go ahead and pet that side, and then we'll boost these sides. Got a Fire Commander. But we've just got such incredible amounts of knockback. In fact, you know, the flat cannon definitely feels like a waste. You could use really anything else. Getting another 30 DU defense would definitely, without a doubt, be the way here, I believe. What about a heavy cannonball? Get some bowling down these lanes instead of using the flat cannon. If the Nether Archers were 30, I think that would be an absolute no-brainer to use them. But of course, they're a little bit more expensive. All right, the Orc Commander's down. And we are getting it. I want to say this could be one of the chillest of all of the maps so far on any of the weeks. It is very, very chill mode for sure. You're able just to pretty much just kick it here. Lots of pathing issues on this map too, with mobs, so that actually benefits you if you're having any sort of trouble surviving. Anything you knock back over the edge is going to get stuck. Lots of enemies are going to get stuck anyway. And then, like, I've got that little digger down there, where he decided to dig in the ground is actually a perfect lane blocker as far as stopping other enemies from making it up. So, you know, they're helping me out inadvertently. By causing the roadblock on their own. No CC required. Wither Beast for president. Look at him go. That mage can't make it past. Now, of course, that's going to slow things up even more. The issue is, although the snakes do hit really, really hard, they're single target defenses. I mean, it's like 3 single target defenses in one, since the beam can lash out to 3 different targets. You may actually benefit a little from having a Mystic in your deck and being able to focus those snake beams. Man, we are just chunking them away super, super slow. Holy crap. $159, we're getting there. We see we got a mob stuck over in the side there. That Wither Beast finally timed out and let everything pass. Earth Commander, Earth Mage Commander, rolling out now. Down to 82 mobs, but it's such a slow bleed that it still just takes forever. This map, if you do this build, it's a 30-minute map. So definitely takes a long time to run through. I'm just spamming the knockback too. Spamming the knockback makes it more and more safe. But it's just going to eat that clock up even more. Let the enemies get up in here. I think, like I said, I think traps are really going to shine this particular week. It's such a tight choke point right there where the enemies have to come up through. You're just going to be able to focus a lot of damage right there on the ground. And the enemies are not going to be too far off center either. So the damage fall off from the traps is not going to be terrible. You're just going to get a lot of nice concentrated damage in. Got that Earth Mage in the pack down there. Buried in the middle of all that stuff. Probably going to be the last mob standing, I would assume. They're burning off, but oh, they are burning off slowly. And then every time they summon those skellies. You know what, in fact, let's just get a little bit of pew going here. Oh, did the Earth Mage get knocked back? The Earth Mage got knocked back and is now stuck. I think? Yeah. Yeah, Earth Mage is stuck. So, you know, even the bosses are not immune to the power of mob pathing. And of course, it's Earth one. I didn't put my Mercenary in deck. The Mercenary would be ideal for slapping this guy down. There we go. All right, one more mob left. And that one is stuck on this side, and there it is. GG's on that one. Let's check out the old loot luck and see what's in the box. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a set piece right out of the gates here. Let's see. No such luck on the set piece. That egg came out a little bit weird with the cluster, and it made me think I may have gotten a pet there, but no dice on that one. So anyway, lots of diversity on this one. I can see doing 5 different builds on this map this week. I think it's just going to be a good one for playing around and playing with different toys. But anyway, that is going to get it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.